Hello to all traders and welcome back to another Market Insights video brought to you by Orbex. So we're kicking off the week once again looking at gold and dollar, as these are very good opportunistic assets that we've been looking at for the past few months now. Gold has really bounced back after hitting this triple bottom that we saw at the end of last year, and now it seems to be rising up by over $300. So what a bounce that has become. And on the flip side of that, we've seen the DXY or the US index collapse pretty much from the 114, just over the 114 handle that we saw again a few months ago. Now it's trading precariously just above the $100 handle. So what is this about? Is it, weaker inflation, PMI data, or the jobs growth in America? There's a few factors to sink our teeth into. We've also got the Fed monetary policy really pulling back now. The next meeting coming February the 1st, next week. So a lot of combinations and factors really pulling the dollar into the drop zone and obviously propelling gold in the upside as well. So let me know what you think, what you're trading on, and where do you see gold going? We're seeing gold starting to trade roughly about the 1920 handle, something roughly about there. It's had a two-day dip, a slight two-day dip after a really bullish candle, which we saw at the back end of last week. However, we are now looking like that it's a slight correction and gold will keep pushing higher. And then how far will it go? Well, the 1950 handle is not so far away. If you think about, $300 bounce from a few months ago, a $20 to $30 jump is not really out of the question. But let's take a look on the charts to see a little bit more of this bullish transpiration here. So if we look on the upside here, we're just getting more and more of a push. We had this triple bottom bounce, as I said, at the 16-15 handle approximately, and the last bounce excuse me, was on the 3rd of November approximately. So, within a short space of a few months, we've seen such a big impact on gold, and with the assistance of the Ichimoku cloud, it is trading far beyond on the upside border of this cloud as well. Not too much divergences on the RSI, and it's just looking slightly overbought now. So as I said, we are expecting a slight correction, but if we look on the 4-hour chart, we'll just see how much of that correction will take place. So let's just stretch this out a little bit so we can see everything that's going on. As I said, with every big bull run, we do have correction after correction. So we are seeing now a possible, another correction. It just depends how far that will go down. And then we are expecting another move higher as well. But again, we'll see if gold traders are looking bullish by the end of this month. We are, as I said, we are looking at the Fed not only giving their next decision, but little signals until then. We've got some speakers this week, and obviously next week before the announcement is made. So just keep an eye on that as well, because even though the Fed speakers don't really move the markets that much in this precarious time of the first quarter, and also the fact that the Fed are not aggressively looking to raise rates again. Will they actually throw, let's say, a spanner in the works, and will they start looking like that Fed decision will be costly for the dollar or gold? We'll see what happens there. So just keep an eye on that as well, as we just look into the DXY as well. So I'll just bring that up for you. And what I've been seeing, we looked at this last week, so not really any big changes at the moment, just the fact that it's still dropping. We're in this bearish channel still, and obviously, as I said, with the assistance of the Ichimoku cloud, trading very far away from the lower border, which means that this bearish run could continue, and then gold is going to obviously flip to the other side. Again, not too much in the way of divergences. We've seen that the RSI has been oversold time and time again, but it just seems to be trending back to that bottom line here, as you can see once again and again. But we're not really getting too many signals. The only thing is that a lot of traders and economists are seeing this $100 breach as being a total collapse for the dollar, but it isn't there yet. We're trading just in the mid of the 101 region, and we'll just look at the 4-hour chart as well. So similar to gold, but in the other direction, we are seeing this bearish run with slight corrections. We had this move to the upside, which saw a test at the top border, but as you can see, once the test happened, we had another bear run as well. The only thing I can take out of this 4-hour chart is that we did just touch the bottom border of the Ichimoku clouds. There was a test, but then it did have a failure, and then we're now moving to the downside. Just remove these joints. It's a little bit easier to see because I just want to point out that we are seeing a slight bottom. It could be some support here. So it'll be interesting to see if we're going to have this bounce and another test to the upside or not, but we'll get more of a feel of that when the American session opens shortly. And obviously Monday can be a little bit of a quiet day if there's not much fundamental news going around. So just keep an eye on that as well, and we'll see what the market has in store for gold and dollar as we head into the week and into the last week pretty much of January. Excuse me. So we'll see what happens then. So thank you very much for joining me. Let me know what you think with the video being posted on our Orbex YouTube channel, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.